What do University of Waterloo students say about mixed media and interactivity in online learning? University of Waterloo researchers asked over 800 undergraduate students what they liked, disliked, hoped for, and expected in online courses, and spent over 100 hours conducting interviews and user testing to find out whether our honeycomb design principles mattered in online learning. You can learn more about the honeycomb, Waterloo's online learning design principles at cel.uwaterloo.ca/honeycomb. So, what did students tell us? Well, one of the things that became very clear within the context of the useful cell is that mixed media and interactivity are very valuable to them. Let's take a look at each of these in turn. First, mixed media. What is mixed media? Well, we define mixed media as being a web experience that includes a variety of formats, a page that in addition to text has a range of other things such as images, videos, and interaction interspersed throughout. And why is mixed media important to students? Because it makes content easier to find and remember. Students told us that they recall concepts based on the format they learn them in. For example, they may recall learning about a particular concept in a video, and they tend to use images as landmarks, which helps to guide their search for specific content and concepts. Here's how one student explained it.
Having the mixture makes it easier to go back and find things you were looking for before. I find that it stays in my head a little more. I remember the layout of a page as well as the content of it. So if I'm looking back for something, I can usually tell at a glance whether or not that was what I was looking for.
Students told us that they also feel more engaged and enjoy their online courses more when there's a variety of formats. As one student explained, a mix of formats breaks up the content and reduces boredom.
I love this. It's engaging. It's a nice way to just break up stuff, because doing anything for a long period of time just becomes monotonous.
Students also explain that a change in formats feels like a break and introduces novelty, which enhances attention.
Having the break with the pictures and the video, I stay more focused on it.
Novelty is maybe what's missing from a lesson, because that's maybe why I go to Facebook and I look at notifications, because I just want something somewhat entertaining.
Keep in mind, however, that not all students will watch videos.
But this is important stuff. They should have put it in the main body, not in the video. That's hidden away.
So, if core information appears just in the video, it's important to tell students this in the text preceding the video. Okay, so that's mixed media. You recall that students also told us interactivity is valuable to them. In this context, this is about students interacting with content right there on the page, completing concept checks and quizzes, experimenting with demos, working through examples, doing something, rather than simply passively consuming text or media. And they said interactivity is important because it directs their attention. As one student explains,
I scrolled down to look at the quiz to see how much attention I had to pay to the video.
And students also told us that interactivity helps them self-assess and reinforces their learning.
It was a nice way to check if you were actually paying attention, because sometimes I feel like I just learned enough. I'm not going to go back. But then the quizzes tell you, you have to go back. You didn't actually get any of the main points.
It's just something that I'll remember that I got wrong, and it reinforces knowledge.
And we learn that interactivity also motivates students and generates positive emotions.
The videos with all the examples and the experiments were really fun, so that's what kept me engaged.
Problem-solving questions are just fun. I don't know. As long as they're not vastly above my ability level, then they kind of just prompt me to do a puzzle, essentially.
If you want to design valuable interactions, make sure they're the right difficulty level, challenging students without frustrating them. So, our students told us mixed media and interactivity helped greatly with their online learning. If you want to make online learning that works, consider using a variety of content formats and include lots of interactive elements. And of course, visit the Honeycomb website for more design tips.